行こう。ここは私たちの手で守り抜く。頼んだ。捉えた。
了解だ。
生きられるのが勝者だけ。潰す。手を貸してお願い。次かっさばいてやる。ありがとう。大丈夫。すまない。あなたを見捨てたりしない。救援要請。もう一押し。蹴散らして。分かった。次。さばいてる。生きられるのは勝者だけ。狙う。もう一押し。まあ手を貸して。蹴散らして。勝つために私は戦い続ける。あの戦い方かっこいいよ。狙う。どうも悪い。仲間なんだから当然だよ。潰す。兄、この作戦が終わったらあなたの格闘だ。私にも蹴散らして。生きられるのが勝者だけ。感謝する。 蹴散らしてやる。生きられるのは勝者だけ。蹴散らしてやる。頼む。
了解だ。
邪魔しないで。狙う。邪魔しないで。かっさばいてやる。かっさばいてやる。まだだ。生きられるのは勝者だけ。肉をそぎ落とすこと、それが私の特技。やるね、あんた。潰す。邪魔しないで。蹴散らしてやる。もう一つ。次。トライ。落とした。守りきることができた。エレンは私が守る。
Oh, there we go. So we're gonna talk about how the Jews are taking over the media. Oh yeah. Like raccoon eggs, swagger souls.
Nope. It's more in line with college humor. What is the Gus and
装置の点検は十分だ。
Rooster Teeth?
Gus Johnson and
Yeah, it's still Rooster Teeth. They have the game too.
yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's like your type of personality.
As I'm probably gonna get a setup and start like streaming and doing random shit
Or
like that.
Strike.
Or I'll kill the government
In Minecraft. In
in
Minecraft.
Minecraft. IRL in
I
Minecraft.
know, it's like, I was
But for real, for real.
Like, one time we saw a deer, and and my friends knew.
Hey, it's gonna
like, at
follow
that
us home
point.
and kill us, by the way.
Yeah, no, they're like, I say don't say. I say don't say. And we had just finished smoking, and I was like,
行こう。
we get it going. What the fuck?
Oh yes. Pass beyond any and all.
Exactly.
We're safe now with a vehicle that has zero chances of breaking down here in this woods.
Yeah.
みんな生きて戻って。
You guys have any crazy?
狙う。
Yeah. I had a lot of really bad recurring nightmares growing up. But they were
You were away.
蹴散らしてやる。
um
トライ。トライ。次。わかった。わかった。はいはい。どうも。蹴散らしてやる。大丈夫。あなたが見つけたりしないだけ。
And it's coming back, and the drive back that
大変だ。
is happening.
助けにもかけたダメか。蹴散らして。
Both going there and coming back, we met, and then coming back.
次。
back, and it's like
ありがとう。
one of the
狙う。
like right now.
怪我はない。
The dark outside.
なら一緒に
And
戦って。
it's my mom and my dad that picked this up, and it's me and my brother. At this point, it's still like 5, we're still 3.
かっさばいてる。
Yeah. And yeah, no, we're driving along, and my dad is a really big like conspiracy theorist. He's very like much into like the aliens,
蹴散らして。
flying and shit like that. So he's like he's big in like the superstitious shit. And they're driving along, and they see like a big beam of like blue light go down like somewhere in the desert. And my dad starts like tripping out. He's like, "Oh my god, that was like UFO, blah blah. We gotta go chase it. We gotta go see." And my mom's like, "Nah, brother. Like I'm trying to." Nah. Like, yeah, like we gotta work this shit.
勝った。私は戦い続ける。さすがは無敵の味方様だ。
I was happy.
勝者だけ。
And I started apparently like me and my brother just started close, and so they kind of stopped for the rest. And then as we get going, apparently I was more awake. And my dad's like still rambling on about the light that they saw. My mom's like getting picked up. Just
Can you like shut the fuck up?
yeah, yeah. And then like out of nowhere, I just say, "Don't worry, mom. The monsters won't hurt you." And my mom just like looks back. Oh!
もう一足。もう一足の動き。普通じゃない。生きられる勝者だけ。狙う。ありがとう。助かったよ。大丈夫だ。しない。あなたを見捨てたりしない。蹴散らしてやる。もう一押し。これ。次。狙う。次。次。頼む。次。かっさばいてる。狙う。生きられるのは勝者だけ。無敵でクールな味方様もエレンのこととなると冷静さを失うよな。あなたもクリスタのこととなると他の人と態度が違う。そりゃそうさ。私のクリスタを誰にも渡したくねえからな。肉をそぎ落とす。蹴散らして。それが私の特技。すごいな。あんな風に動けるなんて。落とした。
And it wasn't like after I'm done counting lights, it was just dark at the time. And so we're like looking for each other in the dark, and then like if you get seen or spotted, like you kind of like try to find God. And me and my sister Courtney were upstairs, and I'm hiding in the pantry, which is like right when you walk upstairs, it's on the right. It's like in these cabinets. I'm hiding in the pantry, and like right across from me is a fridge. And Courtney somehow like shoved her way behind the fridge from like the cabinet, and she's hiding behind the fridge, and then she starts freaking out, and we're all kind of like at first thinking like, it's like this maybe an act or whatever, and she starts freaking out, and like we all think we like serious intrusive lights, and we're were like, what the fuck is wrong? Like, why are you freaking out?
Kyojin
She
wa
was
inakunatta.
pushing me, so she's grabbing me on my leg. And after that, she had like muddy handprints on her, and then walked like from the fridge to the stairs. There was muddy footprints, and like all of us were hiding in hide and go seek in the dark. And so we were like all fucking terrified after that. Like hell no. Even my dad like stepped upstairs. He was like, "What the fuck is going on?" When he couldn't explain it, he was like, "Everybody go to bed."
Go to bed.
We'll all die in our sleeps and
Be okay.
We all fucking went to bed, and then
This is not my problem at this moment.
yeah,
Yeah, it's almost.
fucking we were all like fucking terrified, dude, and we went to bed the next like for the rest of the trip. For the rest of the trip there, like we were terrified of going upstairs. We were terrified, like if you go upstairs, you're immediately in the kitchen, and then past that there's like a hallway with like a bathroom, and then at the very end there's like a master.
It's always that
bedroom.
long ass fucking hallway, bro.
Yeah, and like we were always terrified of going upstairs, like going to the bathroom, going to my dad's room or whatever, and like it was just like a terrifying experience. And I remember I asked my sister about it not long ago. And I was like, hey, you remember this? And she was like, no. And I'm like, pretty sure it's like the trauma just blocked it out of her brain.
Yeah, shit. That's fucking spooky as hell. Because I had an experience at one of my friend's houses. And so like they had their kitchen and they had this little space right next to it. And the space right next to it was 100%. Like, I don't believe in ghosts. That shit was 100% fucking. But I don't believe really in like ghosts or whatever, but like I believe in feelings, and walking into that area like
Bad
gave
wasn't
me
right.
a prey feeling. Like I was prey. And like it like a very primal, like I will literally kill the person I love the most to get out of this fucking room right now. And it was also where they kept the snacks. Because I was always bumped
The
up
best
on
place when
Adderall.
I'm hungry and
Yeah.
also willing to
Yeah,
kill
at 2
somebody.
a.m. At 2 a.m. So I'm like, okay, like, I want some chips because I can't sleep. And then I fucking go walking over there, swear to God. As, like, I just, and I was like, I just my shirt. Walked out of there. I was like, I literally mentally unhinged the idea that I was being a ghost. So I'm just gonna say that was.
The scariest thing I remember happening and like at the time, and at the time we had a pool table like where the living room was, like pool table slash living room area, and then like the kitchen. And so me and my brother shared a room, and like right at the top side of the pool table. And you know, one morning or one night I wake up and because it's cold or whatever, I don't know, I just woke up and I look and my brother is out of the bed. What is going on? And so like I like cautiously wake up, I like grab my phone, and I'm like shit breaks and I like look outside and I just see the silhouette of my brother. Like at this time he's like 4th grade, like you know, he's a kid. And I just see like his silhouette at the opposite end of the pool table just standing. And I was so scared. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't even go up to him. I just went straight to my mom's room, knocked on her door. I was like, Jay's just standing at the other edge of the pool table. And she's like, I don't know, like,
Get out there, dog.
yeah, I was like, go figure it out, man.
I don't know, I'm a kid.
Yeah, no, well, then she like brought him in, and like, I think it's what, she like sat him down and was like, Jay, wake up, Jay.
狙う
And like the way she woke him up compared to the last one, like I woke him up like, what the fuck? Yeah, no, but like, she was like shaking. She's like, Jay, wake up. Like, Jay, right here. And so when he woke up, he just started bawling, dude. He's like, no, like what's going on? He's like freaking out, and he's like, he would not stop crying for like a couple hours. And so like, eventually, like, you know, we got school in the morning, so we gotta get some friends. And my mom came in. But, and then eventually it's just me and him. Like, please don't be a demon. Yeah,
私は戦い続ける
I was sitting there at a friend but I had a friend named Cody that I knew.
蹴散らしてやる
Or no, sorry, his name was Cody.
邪魔しないで
His name was Quentin. I knew him from Texas. I met him on Black Ops. And like we used to play games. And you know the powder Gatorade? Yeah. So that's when that kind of started becoming a thing. Got a lot of that shit that we used to go to.
かっさばいて
And so like I would stay up late, like off the food, and like I would just go out overnight, and, like go playing water, like the powder and then the Gatorade.
かっさばいて
And one night, like both my sisters, at this point, the only siblings I had with me were my two sisters with me, and they were both at a friend's house that night. And go out, water bottle, halfway filling up my water bottle, I heard blood curdling come from my end of the house, because like the way my house was set up was like master bedroom was on one end of the building, and then the one bedroom was on the other.
巨
So
人の
in
姿
between there, you have the kitchen, the living room,
勝ったの
like the hallway, like our wall, other bedrooms, and from my end of the house, there was a blood-curdling scream, and I kind of just froze in fear and was like waiting for like my mom and my stepdad to wake up and be like, "What was that?"
yeah.
Because it was so fucking loud, and they didn't, and I was like, "Fuck, dude!" And I fucking sprinted all the way back to my room, and I was like panicking, and I was like breathing really fast. My buddy Quentin was like, "Dude, what's wrong?" And I told him everything that happened.
行こ
And he was like 3 years older than me, so at that point he kind of just like pawned it off as like, it's something reasonable, and I was like, dude, I'm fucking, aside from my parents sleeping, like I'm home alone.
Yeah.
Like there could have been nothing else that could explain this. Like there's no TV in the house that's up at fucking 98.
Yeah.
With blood curdling screams for 2 seconds and then turns off. Like I don't know. And
落とした
he's like, fuck dude, I don't know what to tell you, but it was like, fuck man. Aside from the last story, there's one other kind
味方が苦戦している
remember the other one?
行かないと
It's like the most, I just can't explain it story, you know?
You guys don't
No.
Dude, so back in Vegas at camp, the house he grew up at, again, like one of the bedrooms had like a closet full of like tiny dolls, like the Annabelle kind of type shit.
You're like the raggedy ann.
Yeah, dude. And you could just go near that room, like, bad aura, bad vibes all the way.
狙う
I had to sleep in there one time, so like, I needed to crash real quick. I fucking wake up in the middle of the night because I hear rustling in the closet with dolls on, and I'm like, That's not cool. So I was just kind of up, bro. And I was like, I didn't hear anything again, but I was like, I'm not doing this. I'm not dealing with it. So after that night, I never slept in that fucking room again. Never.
Not that I can think of.
I don't have like very many unexplainable ones, but I got some really spooky, like my brain made me
Comprehend it maybe, or
just my brain like came up with something as at the time. I had this one recurring nightmare where it's like hyper realistic. You know, where, like, literally you can't tell the difference between real life and your dream.
yeah.
And it was that I would always wake up like really groggy in my bed, and then I would walk over to my window for some reason. I don't know why, like everyone out of it because the street was like lit, and it was a little spooky to like look out the window at that shot. So I'm like, okay, I'm looking out the window now, and then I would be like, what is that? And then like in the corner of the street light, I would see like a figure walking up, like shuffling really slowly, and then as I like frozen with fear, I'm like sitting there in my dream, which feels just as real as in real life, and I'm like, what the hell is this like person like walking towards the street lamp that's like right in front of my house? And then they would stop like right in front of my house, the street lamp that was there, and they would look, turn like straight to me, and then my eyes would like focus up, and it was like horrifying, like degraded mummy. And it would look at me, and then it would point to me, and its eyes would glow red, and then I would wake up horrified. But that was one that I would get every now and again, but the one that was really bad, like the house I described with my grandma. I would have this nightmare where I would like walk through the front door, and I would be like, okay, like nobody's in here. Where the hell is everybody? And then I would walk away or walk into the house and walk like and see like flashing lights coming from down the hallway where my aunt's room was, and I would walk in there and be like horrified the whole way. And then I made it to the end of the hallway, and my aunt is like sitting in her bed and just looking at TV set. And like
That's crazy. Good. Okay, so like I have a memory. I had a grandma named and she had a story. Every summer, right? Yeah. I took a rain where we were like in a velvety. Imagine like an indoor pool, right? You got an indoor pool, and then once you leave the indoor pool, you have like a hallway, like it's like red velvety, so then like the lighting is on, so basically like everything you see is like dark red, everything like that. Like it was like, as an adult, maybe I don't know, like probably it looked like, but like as an adult, like you know,
いて
Went to bed.
さばいて
It felt like doing like running errands. And eventually, like my mom dropped us off, but Amy's missing.
さばいて
And my mom dips.
切られる
I gotta find Haley. So like my mission is like finding Haley. So I'm going around town and asking everybody, but like it's like I noticed that there's nobody out on the streets. And our roommate,
邪魔しない
the
分かった勝者じゃ生きることは許
over
され
there,
ない
すげえな
he
こ
called
れとは動きが違うぜ
very bad.
狙う
They're killing people everywhere.
お願いします
You gotta get
従ってやるよ
So I go back and I'm like walking into our apartment and like someone's like this chick just laying out.
邪魔しないで
I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh my god, is that Haley? It's not Haley. And I go inside and I'm like freaking out. I'm like, oh Jesus, what do we do? Blah blah. I sit on our couch and I like
さばい
bend
て
over to like pick up some water. And I sit up, and we're like right outside the university, like where they have the stadium, like that roundabout area. We're in a car, and I'm in the back seat, and the back passenger seat. Jaden is in the front. He's like right next to me. Haley was in like the passenger seat, so I like calm my nerves. It's cool. And then like some random person was in the driver's seat. But like, it was
この作
tense.
戦が終わった
I knew that we
あ
had
な
to
た
stay
の格闘
quiet.
術
And like nobody was on the streets. And I don't know, like it still felt like people were up. And so we're chilling, and eventually we see like a bunch of cops and a bunch of ambulances go by, and we like all take like a breath of fresh air. Like, oh, good, help is on the way. And just as that happens, like this like hooded figure walks by the car, and I look at it,
邪魔しないで
and they literally just walk by the car, and then they like do a double take and look back, and like it's just like this grinning little, like almost like a dwarf, almost, but like just like evil midget, yeah, midget, and he like opens the
Moral stories out.
I just remember him being like that moment. He's got like the creepy grin on his face, and he's like,
こっちはどう感謝するそっちも無事なようですね
well, and I'm so freaking out, and I look over, and there's like 12 dudes lined up, shoulder to shoulder, like this line, and they all have like horrible masks. Like, I don't even know, like they're stuck in my head, and then he's like, this most realistic, what you doing? Revs up a chainsaw and grabs, so he opens, not my, you know, my door, and he grabs him by like the ankle, and the other guy with the chainsaw that starts cutting him like right here, it's like halfway in, and I wake up like in cold sweat. I'm like, I'm looking around, I'm like, shit, there's a dream. I look at Amy, she's like dead asleep. I'm like, thank God it wasn't real.
Oh god.
Dude, I went to work that next day, like they're trying to teach me shit. All I was getting was like the flashbacks of that dream. Oh my god, I went to therapy that week. I was
And then I look back over there, oh, there's fucking blood trail on the hay. That would be a true nightmare. Dude, that'd be like, wake up like real life on that sounds like fucked up. That's fucking in my head.
エレン 私が守る。
It was like a week before we went to visit Josh, the guy that you met tonight. Well, you met him at the house show on New Year's.
Yeah.
Josh, and you know his wife Angel. I love the lead person.
Yeah, I met her briefly.
I was asleep for that.
I had a dream that he died, like he committed suicide, and like everyone was distraught. My sister, her husband, obviously Angel, and we had like kind of short but fucked up. We had a funeral for him, and then the night of the funeral, I wrote a note out that said, if Josh isn't alive, I don't want to be alive either. And then I fucking killed myself that night.
Oh my god.
But then also viewed it from the perspective of myself, but also from the perspective of Angel. So Angel losing not only her husband, but his best friend.
Oh my fucking
Jesus.
god.
Yeah, and then I woke up like choked up in tears and was like, holy fuck. And I was like, I meant to text Josh that day and be like, dude, how are you doing? Like, oh. And I fucking didn't, and then we ended up watching the movie together, so it like worked out. But
Yeah.
like, and it's not like that, like the stars aligned and he was like thinking of doing it or anything. It was just like 3 weeks after we had visited Washington. Angel had actually had a dream about me, like we were all in Washington, like we were 3 weeks prior, and like I had somehow just disappeared. Like, guys, where the fuck did Jamie go? And then they looked up and they saw me on my top of the skyscraper and jumped off. And she was like, yeah, it was the most heart-wrenching thing I've ever had to dream through. The worst part of it is before you hit the ground, we did a flip.
I know you like though.
She's like, as funny as this was, and like I'm still super fucked up about it. And then I told her and Josh on the thing that I had prior. And then after I told them, they went, what the fuck?
Like, don't what the fuck me? What the fuck you?
Yeah, and I was like, dude, I don't know, dude. It fucked me up. I was like depressed. As soon as I woke up for like 3 hours, I was like fucked up. And they were like, dude, are you okay? And I was like, I think so. Like, cheers, babe. Get the babe. I was like, up the stairs. Yes, yes. Hopefully she comes out with that wife that don't want to do nothing.
Yeah, straight up.
まずいな。誰か加勢してくれ。生きられる勝者だけ。カスタバイト。さすがだよ皆さん。狙う。勝つため私は戦い続ける。やるじゃないか。生きられるのは勝者。悪いね。手間かけたよ。間に合っている。あの縁談助けなきゃ。
Yeah, it was like just the TV static, and I like walked over to her, and her eyes were so yeah, I was like,
よかったら今度巨人の捕獲に協力してよ。
and then I was like, Terry, like, are you okay?
on. And, alright, I'm also...
Get a lock in real quick, sorry chat.
And as soon as I started talking to her, she was like not looking at me and like making a very like expression on her face, and then I was like, hey, Terry, and she like snapped, looked at me, and just screeched. And so I started fucking running. And she was like scrambling down the hallway, like after me on like basically all floors, like chasing me down the fucking hallway.
Open a nipple belt for you, buddy.
Delicious.
How about you go fuck yourself, Lou? What do you mean like that?
I didn't even look at you.
You were scrolling Nintendo shop.
I'm like slurping on fucking drink. You're just grabbing my fist. Alright, we're locking in.
Sorry, you're going about your
Yeah, so like as soon as yeah, she's like chasing me, like in a way that she could never possibly plan at like really bad.
She was walking like that?
Back and like all sorts of shit. Scary story if you guys listen to it. Jake is officially broken.
Chat, he's broken. Broken hard. He's cracked.
Yeah, no, so she's like scrambling, chasing me. There's like everything I need to stay away from her. She's like screeching and like screaming down the hallway after me. It's purple screeching. So you're good. I fucking like burst out the back door. That was like down the hall. That was like out the back of the kitchen. And as soon as I explode out the back door of that house, I am flying out the back door of the house I grew up in. And I'm like, yeah, like all of a sudden, and it's like all of the sudden, it's like the middle of the night, like kind of like twilight hour. So it's like a little dark and like kind of dewy on the grass. It's like kind of wet and slippery. And I like fly out the back door and I like scramble down to the side of the house, which there's like a yard that goes down the side and out to the front yard. And as soon as I made it out the front yard, I was like, I just gotta hit that gate and like I'm home free. I can just keep running. Because like I couldn't jump the fence or anything like that at that age. So I'm like, I just gotta get that gate open and get out of here. And as soon as I hit the front yard, I slipped on the grass and like hit the ground fucking hard. And I ended up like laying on my back. And I was like, I'll just freeze. If I just lay here completely still, that is my only hope. And then I like slowly creaked my eyes open, and like a sunken-eyed TV static instead of anything like in the eye sockets, and like mouth agape and like clacking at me. My aunt's face was just like dysmorphed and horrifying, and she was tilting her head left to right, like staring at me, and then just lunged at me, and that's when I woke up. And I had that dream probably about 50 times throughout my childhood. And every single time it was exactly the same.
You know, ever had a
Rat has some bad juju on her.
like Jared? Might entice you.
I feel like the premise is like okay, so long as like
if you were to recreate it as like a
producer is done right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's movies where it's like, man, that was a really cool idea. Too bad they fucked that up.
Yeah, I feel that.
But no, I had a dream one
Wait, I
time.
didn't know. Yeah.
Fucking did it. That obviously I still remember to this day. I had a dream where black people were free.
Shut the fuck.
Sorry, I had to after I said black. Anyways, no, Jared. The reason why I said that, like, you might like this one is because black people are free. No, so this dream that I had is actually like took place in Vegas, despite the fact that I've never been to Vegas before. But like I have now.
Since, but not
yeah.
before.
Before that, no. I had a dream where it was even taking place as summer.
蹴散らしても
No one.
う一押し
了解だ。
Zombie apocalypse and
さばいて
hell. I think it was hell.
生きられるのは勝者だけ
Yeah, I know. And it's like not exactly.
Did our dream start off from the same spot? That had a similar.
天才の俺が相手してやるや
No.
初代は許されない
Like that.
勝利する
Like only little kids is like what's it? With like certain kids, right? Like
Listen, I had this dream about little kids.
anyways, like
I'm a Minecraft YouTuber.
zombie apocalypse. And you're like
もう一押し捉えた次蹴散らしてもう一押し邪魔しないで潰す
助かった
大丈夫あなたは見捨てたりしない潰す蹴散らす気にしている行かないと
It's like some shitty movies.
yeah, like I said, it was like a dream.
Yeah.
But,
I
like,
can just hear. I can like hear
It was
and
like
see it.
zombie apocalypse, but like years old, and like every and like everybody else.
次狙う捕らえたもう一押し生きられるのは勝者だけ
面談やばいってことだよな
捕らえた蹴散らして飛行中もう一押し捕らえた生きられるのは勝者だけ
ありがとう助かったよ
怪我は一緒に戦って
分かったよ
It all started because like kids, you know,
Yeah.
it was like, oh yeah, well, this
Oh yeah. Well, I'm gonna.
fucking every adult.
蹴散らして
Shoot it.
さばいて
God, that kid. Shoot it. He is so good at that.
邪魔しない蹴散らして
Yeah. He just
生きられるのは勝者だけ
like slowly.
You mean like all
狙う頼むもう一押し本当にありがとう邪魔しない
気にするなよ分かったよフォローし合うのは当然だろ
狙う狙う捕らえた
don't know why humanity's going extinct. I'm fucking really good at this.
私はまだ
What are we
生きてる
bathing in Titan?
He's fucking long.
エレンは私が守る
I would say like
Go
later.
up. Okay, hit a joint real quick, then go out there. Walk to the front, then walk to the back.
I'm panic attacking here.
Where I'm safe.
Where I have good company.
Dude, because I used to be at the front of the building, I'll go out all the way to the back to go smoke outside, because it's nice out during the summer times. I'd walk back in, bro, and I'm like, I'm walking, and I'm walking, and I'm walking, and I'm like, why the fuck is this hallway so long? And I'm walking, and I'm walking, and I'm
行
like,
こう
alright, what the fuck? And I look back, just to make sure the door's shut, so nothing just starts fucking chasing after
Chasing
me.
you down the hallway.
Dude, I'm chucking the bomb, and I'm running.
Yeah, I'm running. Long dog.
まだ手はある狙う
No, I'm
必ず
throwing
助
the
け
bomb
出す
at the motherfucker, and I'm running.
I can when I'm not alive, cryo. Goddamn.
切られるのは勝者だけ
Some motherfucker on all floors. You're like, hey, I ain't a furry, alright?
生きられるのは勝者だけ狙う もう一押しもう一押し
Me and my craft.
次
I'm mining so I can craft. Children are bodies.
潰す
God, sorry about your mess. You might repeat that.
君が来てくれて助かったよ。
潰す
ありがとう。
大丈夫あなたを見捨てたりしないトライ
水しているのか。
We gotta go to the story for that. Dude, we have created quite the
さ
character.
ばいてる
Every time I do that, it's
もう一押しトライ落とした
very
潰
disjointed.
す頼む
任せ
潰す
I lean back in this chair looking for it. I was like, oh, go back.
I'm going down.
I'm going down. Get down, pick up the stress.
分かった。任せた。
かっさばいてる捕らえた次何体出てくる私は負けない蹴散らして
上出来だ。その調子でやってくれ。
次
分かった。
捕らえた
Jeez, they just that strong, bro.
Yeah, we need time travel.
It radiates your nuts a little bit.
Yeah,
Your
you can
G,
only
your
make a
D,
white
your
baby.
D&A sequence is all fucked up now. And those are radiating and nuts. Does that mean complete subjugation?
狙う
That getting back has been completely so.
もう一押し落とした蹴散らして蹴散らして
I don't know why, but I got like green puppy girls that one song that's in my head.
狙う
Yeah. And it's fucking Ryan Gosling from all the TikToks I've seen with that puppy sound and edits, bro. And I'm just like, alright. Ryan Gosling fucking played Ken and Barbie, and he was in Fall Guy. Fall Guy. Then he jumped out of like Fall Guy. So he falls out of like that guy that falls. You know what? I would say that big.
狙う
I think I might have just recording. I don't know. Chat, do you have the reciprocal for you? Yeah.
生きられるのは勝者だけ
That's on route. Bro, why did that low bastard run like that? You saw that?
He's like, I'm gonna get
邪魔しないで
Being close. You boy. Being Jake started up in the bathroom right now. He has arisen.
生きられるのは
And I'm not talking about my penis this time.
狙う勝者しか生きることは許されない次次生きられるのは勝者だけ
Bro, it's taking a while. You saw that?
that actually was the one.
カスタマイズ
Really angry.
落とした狙う
He's like, can I have one? Can I have a
Circumcision? Sure, dog.
One circumcision. Blow off the top.
Off the top? Off the top. Don't do that weird thing you did with it last time. It throws in like that.
蹴散らしてやる
Yeah, the
Really like
business in the front, party in the back, foreskin.
潰す生きられるのは勝者だけ良くない状況必ず助ける
Watch me fight.
Now watch me attack. Now watch me play.
Fucking whipping, son. What's the matter? I'm here. Alright, you know that's how
Sasha, there you
合流した方が良さそうです
Okay. Baconator. Baconator. Serve the hell wombo. Baconator wombo.
次
I don't know about the game first. South Park episode like that. There is an episode in the South Park where it's pretty much future touchdown.
次
Right, page 2.
Yeah. Even I was busy fucking around with my ecosystem. Making a foundation of a career that would allow me to work.
邪魔しないでカスタマイズ
I don't know, just put it 15 on the line.
邪魔しないで勝つために私は戦い続ける
勇気があるんだな僕も見習わないと
We don't want that. Berto, what a weirdo.
Thanks, voice in my head.
I think I will.
蹴散らしてやる
That is useful for my friend. Do you see how I collected his credit card? How he threw it back and
What's
then
your
back
mother?
down.
生きてる
Why did you pay it? But your muscle. Maybe this is a muscle mom. Never mind.
私は決して負けない
Gross. My virgin eyes.
How about you just have sex with me already so you're not a virgin?
I bend over. Jake, you wanna watch? Join.
I'm joining.
Listen, if I'm not preing already, I'm fucking out, dog.
Actual story mode?
今のうちに休んでおこう
Story mode?
Jake, what's your plans? Are you gonna head home at some point, or are you hanging out? Jared and I should probably not do hilarious and loud voices. Then.
And fuck them, I think my neighbors are at work.
I think my neighbors are at work. I don't care. The tigers.
You can't afford them because you're a broke boy. Gotta kill more tights for more cash, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I have plenty of
money.
money.
You know, Baconator.
So what I have one about Baconator. What do?
And somehow I'm on a chicken sandwich.
Chicken sandwich.
Somehow I'm gonna have Baconator. Baconator. Baconator.
Alright, reset the recording. I gotta take this. I got you, bro. Go to story mode.
I'm gonna go to story mode.